The emergency call of Nolan's friends calling to have their boat towed has been released. And you can hear in the background, they're saying, "Wake up, Nolan, is he dead?" It's fascinating, it is interesting, and I think it's starting to ramp up this investigation, what really might have happened. So listen to this audio and then leave a comment. Tell me what you think about what is developing.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
Official. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? How far is the water coming up, sir?
On to the families of Nolan Wells get the answers they're looking for. In this case, we still be buzzing the internet as it's supposed to. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? Let's just dive right into this one because now we have the update, the latest. I believe the 911 call that was made on that day, a lot of people are analyzing it, right? A lot of people say there is more to it. It's not just about 911 call, but y'all gonna be the judge. Go down there in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Just like I said, this is not the way we want to be reporting our young men. This isn't the way we should be reporting our young men. Some are even having back and forth that yes, mistakes happen. Let's move on. While some said no, this is still a foul play. This gotta be solved. This case must be solved. Now we see that it's getting international attention. Now Nancy Grace, she's interested in this, and this is not going nowhere until it is solved. Let me know you how people are reacting.
Put him up. Do I look like a witch stirring a cauldron tonight? I don't really see myself that way. Do not stir the pot, Crouppen, because this is not about politics. This is not what somebody did a long time ago in another case. This is about what we are learning tonight. Yes, and my question is, where's the original autopsy? My guess is that they are waiting on the results that Dr. Kilman Crowns just talked about and more. Hey, simmer down. I want to get to the fact.
Nancy Gray, I'm going to stir the pot. You don't look like a witch. You look like Cruella DeVille. And the fact is, sometimes you gotta learn how to be quiet so you can listen. Secret Service Sam was trying to put you on game. He was trying to get you to comprehend what Ben Crump has done in his service towards black people. He was also trying to advocate for Crump and saying that even though the man looked like he can't read, he really can read. He was trying to let you know that one black man was killed by 3 white men, and he was trying to say that Crump solved the case and got the person justice. What is wrong with you? So you mean to tell me, this was about to get real late, you mean to tell me because you were seasoned, because you're a veteran in journalism and criminal stories, that you have a right to be dismissive and talk over someone? Nancy, you was wrong. I don't give a fuck how you want to slice and dice it, you was wrong. Let me explain something to you. I don't know, Secret Sam, if you got your money, but I would have got my money and exit respectfully, gracefully, and that would have been it. Y'all got to understand something. Nancy Gray feel like she up here and Secret Service Sam down there. That's why she did what she did. Because I have never saw Nancy act in that demeanor, but I have always she has always tried to pull it out. Maybe if Nancy would have listened to understand something, Secret Service trying to get her awareness that this is a reoccurring event with dealing with black people. If she would have listened about the history was taking place, she would have had some more empathy. So this let me know she's not concerned genuinely. She's doing her fucking job. And to be honest, if she was going to come with this demeanor, she should have left her ass in retirement. Okay? Because you looking like you aging, and you ain't aging like no motherfucking witch. You aging like Cruella DeVille. I'm just being honest, disrespectfully. Now y'all know, I'm not going to tell you no rubber lie. Secret Service Sam, you listening? Don't bring your ass back over there, respectfully. Don't you go back down yonder. Stay your ass on your own front porch. like the old people used to say. Let me just say this. I applaud you for the way you conducted yourself. The cat had your tongue. The cat ain't got my tongue. When it come down to Nancy, she always do a big one. But being disrespectful is outright wrong and outlandish. You could talk to me, but you ain't got to talk at me. Here's the thing, and let me humble some of y'all, including you, Secret Service Sam. Sometimes y'all be so excited. It's so much fulfillment knowing that y'all they made it to a bigger platform. At the end of the day, they only want your insight and your intel. She didn't want to hear anything you had to say other than answering the questions that she had. And let me just say why she wasn't too enthused about your exquisite mind when it came down to her knowing about the black history of what Crump has done and other black people who has been murdered by white men. She is a Trump supporter. She is a mega. She don't give a fuck about any of that. She want to get down to the bottom of it, Nolan Well case. And here's the thing about it, being that she is Nancy, she will get more if she the one who put all the clues together. So the only thing she using you is a clue to the jigsaw puzzle. Sorry, not sorry. So the next time one of us, you or anybody else go on a bigger platform, make sure the check is worth it, because you don't know how that orchestrated conversation gonna be. Here, you went on there because you was on there for a purpose. She only wanted you on there for one purpose, and her purpose. No disrespect, Secret Service Sam. You already know how I get down, and I call myself using careful words because I'm dealing with you. If you ever need me, holla at me. We gonna do a favor for a favor. Cause see, I call some shit. I'll see what me and you do is two different things. And I watch your videos sometime to get some clues. But one thing I don't do, I don't play the fool, and I'm not gonna let nobody fool me. That was wrong and nasty. Wrong. Okay, I gotta go now. That's what I told you. Stay on your porch now. You want some collard greens? What you want over there? I don't know how to make no sweet potato pie, but I can whoop you up some. You want some gumbo? I'm making some gumbo. The original style. See you later, Secret Service Sam.
Okay, look, take your thumb off the fucking screen. It is July 25th, almost 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Nolan Wells was lynched. Argue with the fucking wall. Fuck all you people that say some dumbass shit like, oh, people just drown, you're fear-mongering. Nolan Wells was fucking lynched. Nolan Wells was most likely talking to a white woman. The white man in the vicinity had a problem with exactly that, so they fucking lynched him. If you don't believe me, why the fuck didn't they send his throat to the second autopsy? Why the fuck is the state of Mississippi saying that further details and evidence won't be released unless a grand jury steps in? If Nolan Wells just drowned, if it was some tragic accident, why the fuck did these white boys lawyer up? Why the fuck are there all these dots that do not connect? Everything about this case reeks of intent. Nolan Wells was fucking lynched. Why the fuck would you send a body for a second autopsy and leave out the fucking throat that would confirm whether he drowned, whether he was lynched, yada, 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 yada? You leave out the throat? You leave out the throat? Why the fuck would you leave out the throat? Nolan Wells was fucking lynched, and the state of Mississippi is trying to cover up the story because it has national news, national attention. It's in the fucking spotlight. Nolan Wells was lynched, and the state of Mississippi is trying to cover it the fuck up. I cannot believe so many people are trying to say, oh, well, you know, people drown, accident happened, and then move on to the next story. If Nolan Wells was a white boy, the commentary and the opinions and the entire fucking way that people are going about this case, especially when it comes to the state of Mississippi, everything about this case would be different if it were a white boy. But because it's a black boy and Mississippi is viewing this as, oh, just another black boy off of the planet, we'll cover this up just like we've covered up so much other shit. Fuck that. Nolan Wells was lynched, and the state of Mississippi is trying to cover it up. Argue with the fucking wall.
This Nolan Wells case has just taken another turn. I can't lie to y'all. Remember the call that the boys called, Warren and the friends called, when they were on Horn Island? They made a call to Seatow because their boat was allegedly in distress. Well, you know, the social media investigators have isolated some voices on that recording. And you got to listen to this, honey. This gonna shock you.
Tito Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, where's the...
All right, of course. How far is the word coming up?
We already know Nolan and his friends. I don't know if Nolan partook in this, but the rest of them, we know they was drinking. And he really sounded drunk. The person who made this call to Cito sounded really drunk, and he was a little bit rude as well. But what you can hear in the background from whomever isolated those voices is definitely saying, Nolan, is he dead? Was all of this a cover-up calling Cito? Because I just dropped some information yesterday that Cito was called, but then they were canceled as well. So was this a cover-up just to create an alibi? Anyway, y'all drop down in the comment area. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like, we the people, we got to stay on the state of Mississippi's neck. Because if they don't do anything, if y'all don't do anything, if the internet detectives not out here doing their work, honey, this case will be closed and shut. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comment area. Let me know what you think. And here first, what Kimmy's world is your world.
Race was not a factor. That's what this conservative podcaster had to say to News Nation Chris Como. Race was not a factor. Conservative podcaster also just interviewed Nolan's best friend. And he said there was zero racial tensions. He was our friend. He hung out with us every single day. The conservative podcast host also went to Mississippi to review the evidence. And he said race does not play a factor in this at all. At all. Listen, folks, I said this from the beginning. This is horrible. They went out to have a good time on July 4th, and there was a horrible accident, and one of them passed away. And it was just an accident. But people nowadays, they bring everything else. They want to hear conspiracies, okay? They watch TV and they want it to be like TV. But real life is not TV. Not everything's a conspiracy. This poor kid drowned. And that's it. Please leave these poor souls to grieve over their friend. This is horrible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I'm going to try to squeeze this information in real fast. Now, all of you know I'm a licensed funeral director and embalmer. I'm going to speak about something about Nolan Wells. Some of y'all may be able to stomach it. Some of you won't. It may be a trigger one for some of y'all. Either way it go. If you can stay, stay. If you can't, go ahead and move on. All right. Now, Attorney Ben Crump and his office had released a statement saying that the second autopsy that was done in Washington, D.C. came back inconclusive thus far because when they received the body of Nolan Wells, the throat was missing. Now, somebody asked me to do a video about it because I'm a licensed funeral director and embalmer. And I was like, okay, fine. I didn't plan on doing it, but I'll do it. Now, when a medical examiner does an autopsy, there are certain body parts that are removed and examined for autopsy purposes, for records purposes. Everything should be written down. Everything needs to be documented. Is the throat removed? Yes. In other organs, yes, they are. But after an autopsy is completed, the visceral organs and all other stuff is placed in a biohazard bag, and it is also accompanied with the body of the deceased. So when Nolan Wells' body got to Washington, D.C., all of his body parts that were examined by the medical examiner or coroner in Mississippi should have gone with him to D.C. Nothing should have been missing. I went and Googled specifically in the state of Mississippi, is it normal practice for certain body parts to be missing after an autopsy and, and being sent somewhere else for a disposition or a second autopsy? And the answer that I got back was no, it is not normal for body parts to be missing. Under certain circumstances, certain body parts could be missing, but those circumstances are like if a person passed away from infectious or communicable disease, and we know that that's not the case. So under normal circumstances, there is no reason why anything should have been missing from Nolan Wells' body. And if for any reason they decided, okay, well, we have to get rid of this particular body part, that should have been documented, and the information should have been sent to whoever was receiving the body after the medical examiner or coroner was finished with their examination after that. So I don't know what's what, who's who did what, who decided what, but there needs to be complete transparency about that. If there was any reason that anything was missing, there needs to be 100% transparency, ahead of time.
Credit to all the creators for giving us the opportunity to add our comment. Go down in the comment section if you can and drop your comment. And I'm going to be leaving the handles of the creators on the screen. Please give them a follow. And I say thank you. What do y'all think about this case? This is going nowhere if it's not solved. Y'all heard one of the creators? One of the creators said, this is a mistake. The boys, the young men, they went on little mini vacation, a mini trip, and mistakes happen. Let's move on. Why some said, okay, if you want to say that was a mistake, we still got to solve it. So what mistake was it? Y'all see it? When a case like this get international or, it's buzzing the internet, for sure, we are going to see different reactions to a situation that majority of the people are thinking, something else. We're going to have some people, they're going to have a different thought. But what do you guys think? Drop your comment. Let's just remember to put the family of Nolan Wells in our prayers. This is not the way we want to remember it. Our young man. If someone said this is a mistake, we should move on. A mistake still must be solved. So another mistake is not gonna happen. I will catch up with you guys in the next one. Bye for now.